let's start off with the basics. I graduated college in 2011 with a degree in theater and a minor in photography. The acting degree is kind of what helped me with my confidence on YouTube, as well as my hunger for creating things for people to enjoy. My photography minor sadly taught me a dying art, film photography. I took one digital photo class in college, but I had to basically beg to be signed into it because you had to take photo one before you could take digital photography. But I was able to convince my professor with my previous knowledge and my portfolio of digital photography work to let me into the class at the same time that I was taking his photo one class. Let's fast forward to 2011, after I packed up my entire life and drove my car, my little green Beetle, from Taunton, Massachusetts out to the Valley and attempted to start my life. What's crazy is the day that I moved into my first apartment in California was the day that I discovered what it's like to be an avid YouTube watcher. It was the first time I actually hit subscribe for someone, and I'm still subscribed to him today and can kind of call him a friend, which is even cooler. It was also when I started to actively think about maybe I could do this one day, and started to get camera envy and worried about could I make something with what I had? And I got worried that what I had wouldn't create anything that was worthy of anyone watching. That brings us to the point of this video. Cameras do not equal content. They're not dependent on each other. You don't have to have a really good camera to create really good content. So I wanted to kind of walk you guys through a brief history of my cameras. Two of my first videos were shot on this, an iPhone. Now, I started shooting them on an iPhone 5S, but now I have a 6. But just any good iPhone right now has an incredible video camera and takes great still photos. So if that's all you have to create YouTube videos, you have a great start. Most of my early concert videos were actually shot on my baby, as I call it, my Nikon D7000. I got a couple of lenses with it. I have an 18-55 Tacoma lens, which actually came with my film camera. Then I have a Nikon 70-200 lens, and then my poor broken Nikon 18-105 lens, which I'm hoping one day I have enough money to fix because it's an expensive lens and it's a beautiful lens. Then I got into vlogging and started doing a little bit of daily vlogging. And I thought maybe using my DSLR wasn't going to be the best choice. So I invested in my first vlog approved point and shoot camera, which is the Canon PowerShot ELPH 110 ES, I believe it is. It's a fantastic camera. It shoots in 1080p, takes great little still photos, it's nice and compact and light, and it did me so well that I'm actually going to ship it off to a friend to use for a little bit until she gets her own digital camera. Sometimes I would shoot more beauty videos on my big Nikon and I'd tether it up to my computer, and it was a pain in the ass and really annoying, but it got the job done and I was able to create some great little videos with it. Until August of this past year, I was just pretty much shooting on those three things, and then I discovered, through everyone talking about it, the beautiful Canon G7X. Now this camera is absolutely stunning. It is a little bit expensive, but it's well worth the money that I'm paying it off. It shoots in 1080p, both 30 and 60 frames per second for more lifelike video. And what's great is that it does have the flip up LCD screen, so I'm able to do more on the go vlogging and actually see what I'm able to do. I do have like a cheap Takom mic that I use sometimes, but it's fallen apart and the hot shoe mount broke, so I don't use it as much. I thought I was set until I started working on my secret project, and I kept on thinking to myself that the content that I wanted to create I could do on the camera gear that I had, but it wasn't going to help me create something better. But what mattered most is that I knew what my content was going to be first and my concepts. So with my budget from my grant from Maker Studios, I bought some new camera gear for the secret project, so I'm excited to start using that. I literally took a long time trying to decide if I wanted to buy this new camera gear, but after thinking long and hard, I thought these are tools for me to tell my story. So I did that. In the end, I remembered this. The gear you buy should not be bought with the intent of malice or gloating or showboating, but bought as a tool. Cameras are tools for us to tell our stories, for us to share our lives and our perspectives on things. So I'm hoping with this new gear, I'm even able to share more with you. Your creativity comes from a deep place within inside of you, not from what's standing in front of you on a tripod. So I hope this little brief history of my camera gear kind of shows you that you can shoot on anything you have. If you want to spend money on camera gear, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm excited that I got to spend a little bit of money and buy this gear. So stay tuned and I'll show you what I got. Bye guys.